Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Cahalastran. So this is the north-facing roadway which approaches the house. As you can see, a farm building is your neighbour on the right-hand side. As I turn towards the land, you might get your first glimpse of the cottage protruding through the trees, and there we have the southerly aspect down the laneway. So just going to advance down as the house comes into view. You can see the outbuildings that are attached to the property, and there is our cottage itself. So we're not sure. We believe around 1750 is the approximate date. I don't have a verification on that date, as land registry wasn't really around in Ireland at that time. So you can see the traditional wooden windows, the traditional thatched roof, and again then the half stable door to allow ventilation and stop drafts. Effectively then, if I turn, you'll see the Galway countryside, and you can view the actual view from the window of the cottage. So I'm afraid the only neighbours currently are cows and sheep, and that can change depending on season. Now directly in front of the house, this is the vista to the front. The outbuildings, and again the fascia of our cottage. So over to the right then you can see some of the land which forms the main paddock. The previous owner kept a number of horses. We don't, I'm afraid, but you can see it's a considerable expanse and goes all the way to the tree line in all directions. And we do have the bulk gas tank supplying the house in terms of central heating, fire and cooking appliances. Okay, so we go further down. You note then the original ironwork gate into the farmyard itself. So 3 doored outbuildings. Again, a previous owner kept horses. For those of you that like traditional Irish music, you may note the house once belonged to Dolores Kane, the fine traditional Irish singer, who allegedly recorded many a song in this first outbuilding. As we progress down, you see a new house perhaps through the trees. This would be your only neighbour, and all this land to the right also belongs to the property. Okay, the bottom boundary then is what's known as the donkey shed, which is this building here, which apparently is where the donkey cart was kept in the olden days. So we have a pick inside. Our children use it as their gang hideaway, but as you can see, traditional stone construction with a gravel floor. Okay, so we're back towards the house. Obviously off-street parking, as you can see with my vehicle there if you wish, or into the courtyard there's space for 2 or 3 vehicles. So the small entrance gate leads into the house. And just for those of you who may not be familiar with thatch, I may just give you some idea of the thickness and the layers of thatch which keep the house snug and watertight. So we move on to the stable door and into the main building itself. It might take a while for the light to readjust. This is the main lounge area. Very traditional. The huge inglenook fireplace we have kept, although for convenience we've added a gas insert fire, as we're not here and we only use it as a summer home. However, I do have the original ironwork crane, so the fireplace is open and a traditional fire could be reinstated very easily. So you can see the walls. I'll just give you a version of the window here. The thickness of the walls is over 2 foot thick, so certainly sound and weather insulation isn't an issue in the house. If I scan around then, this is the main corridor to the kitchen, to the secondary bedroom. Perhaps a unique feature of traditional Irish cottages then is the sleeping loft. So as you come up from the main living area, you notice this raised mezzanine platform, which our kids love to sleep in, and we've had many a Punch and Judy show from the balcony upstairs. One other feature perhaps to show you is the Lascana flag flooring. This is a stone flooring specific to the west coast of Ireland. You find it in many public houses and old buildings. Okay, so leading off the living room then is this door here. As we go through this door, this takes us to the master bedroom. You notice we've replaced the flooring, so we have a wood flooring. Again, that familiar 2 foot thick wall for insulation. And this is the main bedroom itself. So this is a king size bed. I wouldn't be the smallest person at 6'2" and over 250 pounds, but we certainly have space enough. And again, then you'll note the original traditional oak beams in the ceiling, which complete the traditional picture in the main bedroom. Again, the whole house is covered with gas-fired central heating, and that's provided through radiators. So again, you see one here in the bedroom. Okay, back to the living room then, and we look at the kids' bedroom. So we have 3 small children, and what we do is we have a double bunk with a single on top, and as you can see, that fits adequately in the space provided. Again, your traditional window, the Lascana flag floor, and again the central heating provided by the radiator to warm the bedroom. You may also notice the loft, and the loft leads up into the mezzanine sleeping loft. Again, we just have a mattress platform looking out back into the main room that our kids love to play in. Traditional tongue and groove ceiling throughout in the main area, which again helps to keep the home nice and warm and traditional. From a different angle then, we move into the corridor, into the newer extension. Again, you'll note the Lascana flag throughout and the heating system. And here we find in the bathroom, so we have a standard bathtub with power shower, a toilet, wash hand basin. Again, in terms of water pressure, no problems in any respect. Okay, this leads us to a small hall and the rear door to the courtyard and into the kitchen itself. So this kitchen is brand new. We installed it just before Christmas in 2008. And you see all brand new units throughout, table, chairs, etc. We also have a washing drying machine. This was purchased in 2009, so again it's brand new, and a fridge freezer, again 2009 purchase, so brand new. The cooker, I wish I could say 2009. It's obviously seen a few years service, but in perfect working order. Then is the gas boiler, which sits in a cabinet above the washing machine, and this provides the heat source for the central heating and the hot water for use.